everyone, I am Ananya Ivaturi and welcome to the Sincerely Your Soul podcast, where I aim to ease the conversation surrounding everyday struggles and mental illnesses. This is an introductory episode where I tell you a bit about myself and break down the podcast and its future episodes. So, first things first, let me go ahead and introduce myself. I am Ananya Ivaturi and I am 20 years old. I am currently studying psychology at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver. Before I moved abroad for university, I spent 18 years of my life in Bangalore, India, and I have always been surrounded with the most amazing people and delicious food, which makes me a huge foodie and a people's person. I also have many varied interests from cooking to singing to watching movies to acting and anything related to performing arts, really. So, you must be wondering, where does mental health come into all of this? Well, actually, my interest in psychology grew out of my passion for mental health awareness about 4 or 5 years ago. During my time in high school, I witnessed a lot of my friends and family members struggle with their mental health. And it was around that time I realized the importance of talking about it and fighting against the stigma. Now, for these 5 years, I have advocated for mental health through my social media platforms, through conversations with friends and family, and even through my volunteering experiences. However, I still want to do a little more, and hence this podcast. The Sincerely Your Soul podcast is all about discussing everyday mental health struggles, talking about serious mental illnesses, and changing the overall dialogue surrounding mental health today. 2020 has been a year of struggle and hardship, even though we're only halfway through, but also a year of positive change making and justice. And this is just my little contribution towards mental health education and awareness. Before I dive in and discuss my episode plan, I want to put out a very important disclaimer. I am not a licensed mental health or clinical professional, and this podcast is solely based on my personal experiences and opinions. This podcast is not meant to offer any form of clinical advice. Additionally, this is not a substitute or platform for therapy or counseling. If that is what you're looking for, then feel free to reach out to me and I can connect you with the right people. That being said, I also want to issue a trigger warning for my episodes in the future. As this is a mental health podcast, I am going to discuss emotionally and mentally sensitive topics. I will issue a trigger warning at the beginning of every episode and also place it in the episode description. Okay, now that I've gotten the important bits out of the way, I can give you a little sneak peek into my future podcast episodes. I will be covering various topics related to mental health, from activism and mental health to toxic relationships to discussing therapy and how it all works. I also look forward to calling guests on the show, my friends, family, and even mental health experts. Of course, please reach out to me if you have any suggestions regarding topics or just general feedback. I will leave my Instagram handle in the description below. Okay, well, that wraps up my introductory episode. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for the next episode. Until next time, take care.